Welcome back to Engr Matt Academy. In our last lesson, we discussed introduction to quadratic expressions, and we looked at ways to identify quadratic expressions when we see them. Today's lesson, we are moving from identification to solving quadratic equations using the factorization method. So let's go into example 1. Okay, here is our example 1. Solve x squared plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Solution: we have x squared plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. So let's proceed with the solution. So what's the first step? The first step is to multiply the first term and the third term, or the last term. That is x squared times 6. That will give us 6x squared. The first term of the equation and the constant, that will give us 6x squared. The next step is for us to find the factors of 6x squared. So how do we get the factors of 6x squared? We look for numbers, two numbers that will multiply themselves and give us 6x squared. We could say x and 6x, 2x and 3x, minus x and minus 6x, or minus 2x and minus 3x. Are you confused? Don't be confused, I will explain. When we multiply this pair of numbers, x times 6x will give us 6x squared. 2x times 3x will give us 6x squared. Minus x times minus 6x will give us 6x squared. Minus 2x times minus 3x will give us 6x squared. So these are the possible factors of 6x squared. The next thing is to look for the pair. These are pairs. This and this is a pair. 2x and 3x is another pair. Minus x and minus 6x is another pair, and we have minus 2x and minus 3x as the fourth pair. Now we ask ourselves, which pair will give us 5x when we add them? If we add x and 6x, we get 7x. If we add 2x and 3x, we get 5x. If we add minus x and minus 6x, we get minus 7x. And if we add minus 2x and minus 3x, we get minus 5x. So which pair will give us 5x? This is the pair. So those are the factors we have been looking for. Now that we know the factors to be 2x and 3x, we now use them to replace 5x in the equation. Now let's do that. We have x squared plus 5x, but instead of writing plus 5x, we say plus 2x plus 3x plus 6 equal to 0. What do you notice? We have replaced plus 5x with 2x plus 3x. Having done that, the next step is to group them. We say x squared plus 2x grouped, this sign, positive sign, plus 3x plus 6 grouped equal to 0. Having grouped this, we factorize. We look for the factors of x squared and 2x. The common factor is x. We have x here and we have x here. So when we take x out, we have x plus 2. Are you confused? Don't be confused. X squared. When we put x here, we are using this x to divide x squared, meaning we say x squared over x. That becomes x times x divided by x, and x will cancel out this way. We now have x remaining. That is the x we have here. And by putting x outside this bracket, we are saying 2x divided by x, which is 2x divided by x. That is 2 times x divided by x. x will cancel out. We now have 2 remaining, and the 2 is what we have here. Let's do the same to the other bracket. The common factors here are 3. So we'll bring 3 out. Now 3x divided by 3, that is 3x divided by 3. 3 will cancel out, so we have x. Similarly, 6 divided by 3. 3 will cancel out, and we get 2 plus 2. At this point, when we have x plus 2 and x plus 2 in each bracket, it means we are in the right direction. So we proceed. Since the terms in the brackets are the same, x plus 2 and x plus 2, we pick one of them, that is x plus 2, to represent these two brackets. We now pick this x outside this bracket, x plus 3 outside the bracket, equal to 0. Now we have x plus 2 multiplying x plus 3 equal to 0. When you see two brackets like this, saying that x plus 2 is equal to 0 or x plus 3 is equal to 0. So let's do that. Let's split them. X plus 2 is equal to 0 or x plus 3 is equal to 0. At this point, we solve each equation separately. That is, x equal to 0 minus 2 or x equal to 0 minus 3. And 0 minus 2 is equal to minus 2. So we say x is equal to minus 2 or 0 minus 3 is equal to minus 3. X is equal to minus 3. And those are the solution to this equation. But we don't need to repeat x this way. So we say x is equal to minus 2 or minus 3. And that is our final answer. Minus 2 and minus 3 are the roots of this quadratic equation. When you solve a quadratic equation and you arrive at your final answer, those values are the roots of the equation. Let's see another example. In this second example, the problem says, using factorization, find the roots of the equation 3x squared minus 7x minus 6 equal to 0. Solution. We have 3x squared minus 7x minus 6 equal to 0. Remember the first thing. Multiply the first term by the constant. That is 3x squared times minus 6. This will give us minus 18x squared. Now we are looking for the factors of minus 18x squared. What are the factors of this? The easiest way to do this is to map out the factors of minus 18x squared. How? By saying x and minus 18x, or 2x and minus 9x, or 3x and minus 6x. Now let's flip the negative signs to say minus x and 18x minus 2x and 9x, or minus 3x and 6x. Don't be confused. I will explain. Because this number is a negative number, minus 18x squared, one of the factors will be negative. I will repeat that. Because this number is a negative number, minus 18x squared, one of these factors will be negative. That is why we have, it's either this is negative or this is negative. If we multiply this, x times minus 18, it will give us minus 18x squared. 2x times minus 9x will give us minus 18x squared. If you do all of this, they will give us minus. That is why they are the possible factors of minus 18x squared. But which of these pairs will give us minus 7x when we add them? If we add this, x plus minus 18, it will be minus 17x. 2x plus minus 9, it will be minus 7x. So I've gotten what I was looking for, minus 7x, which is this. So there's no need trying this out, although you can try them on your own. But what are the factors we are looking for? These are the factors: 2x and minus 9x. We now use these factors to replace minus 7x. Let's do that. The factors of minus 18x squared are 2x and minus 9x. So 3x squared plus 2x minus 9x minus 6 equal to 0. What have we done? We only replaced the middle number, the middle term, minus 7, with the factors 2x and minus 9x. So let's group them. We now have 3x squared plus 2x grouped, minus 9x minus 6 grouped, equal to 0. Now we can factorize each of the bracket terms. Since x is common, so both of these, we have 3x squared and 2x. So x is a common factor. We say x. If x divides 3x squared, we'll be left with 3x. And if x here divides 2x, we'll be left with 2. What about in this bracket? The common factor is 3. 3 can divide 9 and 3 can divide 6. Minus 3. We open these brackets. 3 divide 9x. 3 we divide 9 and we have 3. So we'll be left with 3x. 3 divide 6. Notice that the number here is not just 3, it's minus 3. So the negative sign here, we divide this negative sign to give us plus. Negative, we cancel out negative. So we now have 6 divided by 3. And 3, we divide 3 here. 3 we divide 6 to give us 2. And we have 2. When minus 3 divides minus 6, we have plus 2. And the equation sign equal to 0. This is the point where you notice that the two brackets, the terms in both brackets are now the same. Initially, they weren't the same. You have 3x squared plus x and minus 9x minus 6. But now, the terms in each of the brackets are now the same, meaning we are in the right direction. Since the terms in the brackets are the same, we pick just one of them. We can say 3x plus 2. Then the x outside this bracket minus 3 outside the other bracket equal to 0. You can also say, or x outside, this x outside here, minus 3. Then you pick any of these two by saying 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. Whichever comes first doesn't matter. The solution will still be the same. So let's go. The next thing is to solve the terms in each bracket separately by saying 3x plus 2 is equal to 0, or x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now let's do the equation. 3x is equal to 0 minus 2, or x equal to 0 plus 3. Let's continue. 3x is equal to minus 2, or x is equal to 3. 0 plus 3, 3. 0 minus 2, minus 2. On this side, we have gotten 1 root. So we continue with this. What does this tell us? 3x is equals to minus 2. Since we have 3x here, we divide both sides by 3. Or we keep repeating this. X equal to 3. 3 will cancel out here. So we have x is equal to minus 2 over 3. Or x is equals to 3. And remember, when we now have our final answers, we just say, therefore, x is equals to minus 2 over 3 or 3. And that is, x could be minus 2 over 3 or x could be 3. So that is it. Solving quadratic equations by factorization method. With the 2 examples we have done, I am confident that wherever and whenever you come across quadratic equations, you will be able to solve them using factorization method. If this lesson helped you, please like and share the video and subscribe so that you don't miss the next lesson, where we will be discussing quadratic equations using completing the square method. I'll see you in the next lesson.